All right, sweet. So we do have a few questions that people asked, and we want to make sure that we answer them. For mainly our brides are the ones that had questions that were um, coming up right now, right?
Yeah, so I know. So this is really like brides. You guys can totally ask us questions here too. So I know that we focused more of the questions towards the business side of things of photographers and videographers and the wedding business, but we also know that you're on here. So totally use this opportunity to ask us any questions, especially if you're starting to get nervous about stuff. So the first question that we're going to go over is, have we experienced couples postponing? Yes, we have. And
I
they
think the biggest question now,
is like how
far in advance have people had,
and how are we managing it?
yeah. So I know that we have had all of our March and all of our April postponed and moved to a different wedding date. I know not all of them have actually chosen their wedding date yet, but they are still in the works on trying to figure out that date. We have had some weddings as far as June postpone their wedding date to probably like November or something like that.
Yeah.
But I also know that some of the March weddings have postponed to June.
Yeah. So here's what I would say. If you're super nervous about your wedding, because right now I know that we're sitting in a kind of a limbo time. So if you're super nervous about things, honestly, I would take a deep breath. Whatever it is that you do to relax, unplug, unwind, get away from the news, get away from, being bombarded with stuff. And I'm a person who always wants to expect the best. So June is really far. So I know that the bride that specifically asked us is asking about summer weddings. She's in September. So it's March. As of right now, the president has said we're only going to do a quarantine till the 31st is the last day. So I believe he announced that on Monday. And so as of right now, I would keep your date. I wouldn't make any rash moves, especially if you're in September or the summer times. I definitely would say, oh, she just jumped on too. Hi, girl. But I definitely would say that in September right now is safe. I honestly think that June is safe. I know that some venues are being a little bit more strict. I know as your photographer, if you have to get a new venue last minute, we are there. We also have a couple ties to venues, so we will be able to support you in that as well.
Yeah.
But as of right now, September is safe. And, we've had a lot of our March has moved to June, and we've had only really a few from June, but it's really a venue pushed postponement.
Yeah.
So if your venue is not saying anything, you have nothing to worry about. And as of right now, this thing should only be lasting like a few more weeks, really. And then I think
we don't know exactly.
Right, but and then that's when the president's going to reassess the situation, and then we'll know a little bit more. So I would say take it day by day. Don't jump into decisions right now. I know everyone's super scared. I think you just continue to plan and prep and do what you need to do for your wedding. And if the venue, let's say all your vendors are good to go, but the venue is like, hey, we're still not comfortable, let's find you a new venue, because there'll be venues at that point that will be able to help you. So I think that if you're making moves and you're in the summer and you're trying to postpone, unless you are venue forced, there's no need to. We basically, the last 2 months have cleared out. So basically March and April, everything has been postponed because there's kind of everything's up in the air. So
if you want to do an engagement shoot, we're pretty open.
yeah. Or we're actually going to begin, like if some people are wanting to look at something more intimate, Ernie and I are looking into options for you, for our brides and grooms, to be able to still do like an elopement type, very intimate, under 10 people, type of wedding and be able to live stream it. So we have the ability to do that. So we're fine toothing. That's not really the right word for it. Fine tuning. Why did I say toothing?
I don't know.
Like we fix it with our teeth.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're looking at that option for you guys too, just to be prepared. So if you guys are, wanting to sew, we're still going out and shooting. We're obviously not going in super populated places and stuff. We're being wise, but we are totally down to shoot. And I know that Love Devin Marie, you are safe as of now for your September wedding. Yeah. But stay tuned. We're obviously we're keeping up with everything so that we can give you guys the right information.
We know that every day it changes, so.
It does. And that's okay, but it's an exciting time to be creative. So, the other question.
Of course. So, I know not all of us have brides. I mean, not everyone that we follow that follows us are brides, and we want to support other people that are using their phones as far as photography and things like that. We know moms definitely want to be able to use their phones. Bloggers and things like that. So one question was just how do you get your the new iPhone to take square photos right now? So I know that the old one was easy to be able to select iPhone. For this particular person right now, it selects 0.5, 1, or 2. Easy enough to get to the square part is basically swipe up when you're on the photo part, and then you can choose from 4/3 or square or anything like that. There's also that little arrow button that you can click, and it'll get you to choose what size you want for your photo. So
I hope that makes sense.
Any moms or whatever that want to take better photos at this time for their kids, we definitely are there as far as figuring out how to take the best photos of your kids during this homeschooling period.
Oh my gosh, yes. Anybody want to know what our day was like? Our day was we have turned into homeschool teachers and business owners. So we had obviously some, as you saw in our stories, we definitely did have, some professional filming to do, but we didn't do math today.
Volcanoes.
We did volcanoes today. It was our big thing. At the end of the day, we do an art or science project. So part 1 of our volcanoes. But Matt, it's been great.
You're the best. Tuggle asked how I get the best. How do I get my hair look so good?
So
I basically look at Matt Tuggle and I'm like, I want that.
Oh, I was gonna.
No? Is that not it?
I mean, Tuggle has really good hair. But I was going to say your hair is good because of the industry.
Because of the industry, Delmar. She takes care of me.
And she makes sure you have all the right stuff.
Also, keep in mind that me and Tuggle are going to make another video.
Yes.
To follow up on our first video.
Okay, the spoof video. If you guys don't know, the spoof video.
Yeah, so follow Matt Tuggle right now and then see that
or
video.
Go to our TikTok. We post all of our funny stuff on our TikTok.
But we'll definitely put another video together and it's going to be hilarious. I think one thing to think about as far as just if you're a photographer, videographer, or just a creative artist at this time.
I think Striker.
This is definitely a time to be creative and just kind of take people's eyes off of all the news and all the craziness and create something beautiful or funny or whatever to just get that type of attention instead and make something entertaining to keep their, I don't know.
So I'm really excited. So obviously we have had the last few weeks and months clear up. So I'm actually super excited. I'm already planning a creative shoot.
Yep.
I am, looking at doing stuff that I love that sometimes I don't necessarily get time to do. We have an education program that we were going to launch in the summer and we're pushing to launch it sooner for videographers and photographers. It's basically stuff like this, except more curriculum-ish based. And then, so we're just really taking we're using our time wise. And I think that's the thing is some of us are in our homes. Some of you guys are quarantined. Some of you guys aren't leaving the house, and that's totally okay. And I think we need to be wise in that, right? Because that's the whole purpose of this is to get rid of the situation. So let's be honoring in that. But here's also the thing is an idle mind is really bad thing. because then you begin to like play things up in your head. So keep yourself busy. So, you know, hobbies that you once loved, jump on those hobbies again, or, you know, find new ways to make money, or find, you know, stuff that you didn't have necessarily time for before, find time for those now. And I think really just keeping, you know, not letting that idled mind, you know, be stagnant in there, because that's when we really begin to develop stuff. And I think the best thing is really focusing on the wins of every day. So I think that there's a lot of wins. So one of the biggest wins for me is like we do our business to be able to be with our kids. So it was really awesome. Not that I wanted to be a homeschooling teacher, but there's been some really beautiful times even within our family, and I know other families have experienced this as well. So I was telling Kate, one of our photographers who we were talking today, and she was like, how are you guys doing? Because obviously everybody knows we have 3 kids, right? So it's a little crazy. Hey girl. So it's a little crazy, but listen, we're doing great here. So, but we've had some really amazing times to be able to see the kids bonding and us bonding and being able to just
and fighting.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and just being able to slow down. But that's one of the biggest wins today. We made a volcano. That was a huge win for me, because that's like the kids have been waiting for that project.
Yeah.
Another win is being able to step into things that, like on the creative side, everybody knows us from like our human canvas shoots and stuff like that. So really, in smoke bombs and stuff. So really being able to free up space and mind. I think we are operating out of a place of peace, and that activates creativity, which I've been confirmed a million times by this in certain meetings. So I think that that's been really awesome. And then being able to take that and like apply those to weddings. So like just one of the last brides that I had her do a smoke bomb umbrella on a rainy day. So being able to apply those things to weddings has been kind of fun.
Yeah. Totally.
I like pushing boundaries, and anybody who's shot with me knows that. And anybody on our team knows that.
Totally.
So yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to be doing these, try to do these every day at 2:30. So if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to just jump on and put them on there, and we will answer them. Also,
for sure.
We want to wish you guys a happy holidays, apparently.
Oh!
Because, you know,
That is, okay, so one of the best things out of this, a couple of my girlfriend next door, she has 2 twin girls. Dory, if you're on here, I love you, or Christian. But Dory texted me, and she told me that people were putting up Christmas lights. And I thought it was amazing, because Ernie was like, I want something happy in the world. I want to put up Christmas lights. And I didn't even know this. So when I said, hey, and then it hit social media, and you guys...
I'm putting up Christmas lights.
That's so amazing. We're going to dig out our Christmas lights and put it out. And they're doing it so that the kids have something to do. So you could throw them in a car, get out of the house, but you're still abiding by, you know, the quarantine rules, and be able to look at Christmas life and bring joy. I think that's really great, because a lot of people, we need joy in this season.
So if you're putting up your Christmas lights, let me know.
Yes.
Because I am.
Because we are. We're going to put up our Christmas lights.
Awesome.
We actually started redoing our Christmas lights, so we don't really have that many. We'll just, like, string them from the roof.
I'm just going to throw them on the floor.
Oh, no.
And then just...
Yeah, guys, I won't let that happen. Don't worry.
Anyway,
so these are here for you guys. We're here to support you. I know that it's crazy times right now. I know. Christmas lights for the win. Woo-hoo. That's right. Times. It is amazing times. This is actually the time where people get to be creative and get to be innovative and push boundaries and limits. And I think I'm actually excited for the season, to be really honest. Even like for stuff that's coming out in other businesses that we have, we're just really excited about it too. So yeah, so this is your time to be creative, keep your minds busy. And we're going to come on here, like Ernie said, at 2:30. We're going to try to do it every single day for you guys. If you have questions, if you're a photographer, videographer, you're dealing with certain situations.
Or if you just have questions for a photographer and videographer.
Yeah. Or if you just want to know, like Robert wants to know how we're so good looking and we get good sleep.
I just look at Robert really, and then I just kind of base my
Robert and
full day
Tanya.
to look like.
We're like, how did they look so good? That's what we're gonna do.
Anyways, we love you guys, and we will talk to you all soon.
Bye. Ernie and Fiona signing off.